Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Legendary Leaders. I am your host, Katrina Jameson. I am the founder of Legend Leaders, where we arm business leaders with the strategies they need to live life on their terms, a legendary life. We are running through the month of October. We are tackling the idea of starting our own businesses, right? How do I start my own business? Should I start my own business? What business should I start? What does all of that look like? Those are questions inherently most of us have had at some point in our lives. And at some point in our lives, those questions become a little bit stronger. They become a little bit more powerful. And we can't avoid answering some of those questions. If you tuned in last week and checked out the episode, you know that you got the details on the 3 questions you must ask in order to decide should you start your own business, right? Eliminating regrets, figuring out what fulfills you, and what anchors you in your why. Now, if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and check it out. It's really important because I'm going to build on it here. This episode is focused on what business should I start. Now, if you went through the episode last week and you figured out that starting a business wasn't for you, then you don't need to worry about what business you should start. But if you went through last week's episode and realized that starting a business is really what's going to help you live your life on your terms, a fulfilled life, a life of purpose, a life with no regrets, then the next question you have to ask yourself is, what am I going to do? What is my business? Now, let me pause you right here because what a lot of people do and what I've seen many future entrepreneurs do is they start asking, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get the money? How am I going to get the time? We're going to pause, time out, right? We're going to pause. Because don't focus on the how. You will always figure out the how. You always have. Think about all the different situations that you've moved through in your life. You faced a lot of situations where you didn't know how to solve the problem, but you did. You eventually figured it out. So don't jump to the how, because the how is the most stressful part because it is the most that is unknown. When you answered the questions of, should I start my own business? And now you've come to the realization that you should. Now the next question is, what should I do? We'll figure out the how in a minute, but if you don't even know what you're doing, you can't answer how, right? So don't put the cart before the horse, as they say, right? Let's talk about the what. What business should you start? Right? There's all these possibilities, and I'm sure, again, this is one of those daydreaming moments where you get into it and you're like, oh, what business should I start? What matters to me? I'm so excited. There's all these possibilities. And you're right. There are these possibilities. But I will tell you, again, I'm going to give you 3 questions that I want you to answer when you define the what for your business. What should you start? What business should you get into? The reason why you need to ask these questions is because you may have a passion for doing something that will not generate revenue. Okay? And that can be a hobby. And things that we do in our lives that don't generate revenue are hobbies, right? Think about it. I'm at the beach. Let's go surfing. I am not good enough to go and become pro and get paid to surf. That is not going to happen. That cannot be a business that I go into. But it's a hobby because I enjoy it. And what I want to help you understand with these 3 questions is I want you to tease out what can be your hobbies and what are viable business pathways that you can pursue so that you can generate revenue. Okay? It's a critical part of business. And again, I see a lot of individuals come up with a what, and the last question that they ever consider is, can I make any money at this? And they've invested all this time and energy and created this business entity, and it's not going to generate revenue. And when we don't generate revenue, we don't achieve our why, because I no doubt know that you need to have money to achieve your why. If you're trying to take care of other people or serve other people, that takes money, right? Your purpose and no regrets, right? Inherently, money is going to play a part in that. It may play a small part, but it's going to play a part nonetheless. And so let's dive into these. You can probably see where I'm going with these questions. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first question I want you to answer is, what am I good at? What am I good at doing? What are my strengths? What do people come to me for? When they come and ask questions, they'll inherently ask different questions of me, but it's the same type of questions. For me, it's questions around business or leadership. People are always coming and asking me questions about business or leadership. Okay, so that's what I'm good at. When people come and ask for your help, what is it around? And what are you good at that you enjoy doing? That's the second thing. What do you enjoy doing? Second question. What do I enjoy doing? What fulfills me? What do I wake up every day excited about being able to do? I'm good at it and I enjoy doing it, right? So number one, what am I good at? Number two, what do I enjoy doing? What fulfills me? And then last but not least, most critically important, equally as important as the other two, what can I make money doing? So I list all the things, right? And this is what you're going to do. This is your challenge for the day, to define what business you should get into or start. What am I good at? What do I enjoy doing? Right? So what am I good at? What do I enjoy doing? Figure out where they intersect, right? You should have some same things on the list. And then if those things are the same, what can I make money doing? Now here's the deal, and this is the reality of it. There are going to be things on list number one that you are good at doing and that you can make money doing, but you may not enjoy doing it. It may not fulfill you. And you've got to make a decision. You've got to be able to do it. Okay, number one has to happen. Number three has to happen. Number two is a decision that you need to make. If you are just okay doing it, but really what you want to do is travel around and take photographs of nature, and you don't think you'll make money doing that, but you know that starting this business over here with something that you're good at, maybe you're an accountant and you want to start your own bookkeeping business, you're good at it and you know you can make money at it, but it's not a joy for you. You don't hate it, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I get juiced, right? I don't get juiced doing it. But this over here will provide me with the time freedom, money, and flexibility that a day job would not provide, so that I can go and take photos of nature and feel fulfilled. Then maybe that's a decision that you make. And I answer a lot of questions like that. So if you've got questions, shoot me a DM or send me an email, reach out to me and let's talk one-on-one and let me help you through this. There's no wrong answer. The wrong answer is you just not being honest with yourself. That's truly the wrong answer. But if you're being honest, then there's no wrong answer. You just have to make the decision. And so again, what are you good at? Write it down. List all the things. There's more than one or two. Write it down. All the things that you're good at. Okay? I'm great at scrubbing toilets. Okay? I can do that. But it doesn't make it over to list number two. What do I enjoy doing? I personally don't enjoy doing that. There are tons of people who do, that own house cleaning businesses. They love it. That's why they're in that business. And they can make money doing it. Right? So what are we good at? What do you enjoy doing? And what can you make money doing? And you've got to make sure that at least 1 in 3, the same action, the same idea is on list 1 and 3. If it's on all 3 of them and you enjoy doing it, that's a sweet spot and that's perfect. Run with that. Go try it. But if there's a quick and fast something that provides you with the freedom so that you can go do the other things that fulfills you, don't take that idea off of the list, okay? Don't take it off the list. One of the things that I will tell you is that most entrepreneurs don't just have one business, right? You just don't. They have a multitude of businesses. Think of a table that has just one center post holding it up in the center of the table, right? Like a bistro table typically will have one pole in the middle that holds it up. And that one pole is the business that you're thinking about starting. Well, if something happens to that business and it's out, the table falls. But if you start to create a business and it's one leg, and then you start another business and another business and another business, then you've got a table with 4 legs. And if one of those businesses go out, well, you still got 3 legs holding up your table, which is your life, your livelihood, and all the things that matter to you, right? It still allows you to achieve your why. And so that's why I don't want you to take things off of the list that don't necessarily hit on all 3. I want you to hang on to this list. I want you to keep adding to it. Because as you grow, and if you start your first business and work through, and there are going to be learnings galore in starting your own business, then as you look at this list and you keep going back to it, you're going to be like, okay, I see an item here. I'm good at this. I don't necessarily want to do it, but I can teach somebody else how to do it really well because I'm so good at it. And it's going to make me money. So I'm going to start my next business, and I'm not going to be the operator inside that business. I'm going to be the owner. And I'm going to teach and train other people to go operate and do the function. And I'm just going to stay up here and run the business because I enjoy doing that. I'm good at teaching and training the activity, whatever it is. Maybe I'm good at teaching how to clean a house. I enjoy running businesses, and so I get the joy out of running this business. And I'm creating a house cleaning business that makes money. It hits all three of these, right? But that may have to happen at a different phase of your life or your entrepreneurial journey. And you just have to make that decision. But I don't want you to take any of these options off the table. So let me do a quick recap. What business should you start is critically important? You need to find something that you're good at because inherently you're probably going to pull yourself out and do the function. You're going to be the operator in the business. And so you got to find something that you're good at doing or that you can train someone else to do. Number two, what do you enjoy doing? Right? What are all the things that you enjoy doing? And then number three, what can I make money doing? I have to be able to make money or it's a hobby. And I can have a long list of hobbies, but if I'm going to start a business that fulfills me and helps me achieve all the things that I'm here to achieve on this earth, then it has to generate revenue because revenue and money is what allows some of these freedoms to happen, right? And eliminate some of these other problems. So make your list, keep the list, add to it, reflect back on it. If I can help, please reach out. And as always, go and be legendary.